Years after the smoke cleared from the ruins of Troy, the Greek kings who survived the long war had mostly found their way home. Some returned to triumphant welcomes, others to heartbreak and betrayal. But one legendary figure was still missing: Odysseus of Ithaca, the man whose sharp mind had shaped so many victories. While his son Telemachus drew closer to Ithaca with news that his father was alive, Odysseus stood at the edge of a new hope, hidden in mist by Athena as he prepared to enter the magnificent palace of the Phaeacians. If you're enjoying this journey through the Odyssey, please take a moment to subscribe and share the podcast with a friend who loves great stories. It really helps us keep bringing these tales to life. Welcome to our journey through Homer's The Odyssey. Today we're diving into Book 7, the Palace of the Phaeacians. Guided by Athena's protective mist, Odysseus made his way through the splendid city of the Phaeacians. The palace of King Alcinous was a wonder to behold. Walls of bronze that gleamed like fire, golden doors, silver pillars, and richly embroidered tapestries. In the courtyard, lush orchards grew without season. Pear, pomegranate, apple, and fig trees heavy with fruit, alongside vineyards and thriving gardens fed by 2 sparkling springs. It was a place of peace and abundance that seemed touched by the gods themselves. Odysseus entered the great hall where the king and queen sat among their nobles. Without hesitation, he approached Queen Arete, threw himself at her feet in supplication, and clasped her knees in the ancient gesture of one seeking mercy. As the mist lifted and the people saw this salt-stained stranger, a hush fell over the hall. With humble and eloquent words, Odysseus begged for help. He asked only for passage on one of their famous ships so he could finally reach his home in Ithaca after years of suffering. Queen Arete and King Alcinous received him with true hospitality. They raised him up, gave him a seat of honor, and ordered servants to bring warm water for bathing, fresh clothing, and rich food and wine. As Odysseus ate and regained his strength, the king observed him with growing admiration. After the feast, Alcinous promised without hesitation that the Phaeacians would carry him home safely, no matter how far away Ithaca lay. Their ships were swift and guided by the gods. They could reach any shore with ease. He even suggested that if Odysseus wished, he could stay and marry Nausicaa, but he would not force the matter. Later that evening, as the wine flowed and music filled the hall, the king asked the stranger to tell them his name and the story of his travels. Odysseus, still cautious, did not reveal everything at once. He spoke instead of the great hardships he had endured and expressed deep gratitude for their kindness. The night ended with arrangements being made for the voyage, and Odysseus retired to a comfortable bed, his heart lighter than it had been in many long years. For the first time since leaving Troy, the long-suffering hero felt genuine hope. He was among a people who honored the gods and valued hospitality above all. With their help, the final leg of his journey home seemed within reach, even as dangers continued to circle his family back in Ithaca. Telemachus is fast approaching Ithaca, heading straight into the suitors' ambush, while Odysseus rests safely among new friends who may hold the key to his return. Join us next time in Book 8, The Games and the Bard. We'll see Odysseus tested in athletic contests and hear a famous singer tell stories of Troy that stir deep emotions in the hero's heart.